Hi, I'm Megan and welcome to my kitchen. In today's video, I've got 4 easy and delicious lunch ideas to share with you. So if you're looking for some lunch inspiration, just keep watching. First up, I'm making a buffalo chicken wrap. Now, I personally don't prefer buffalo sauce. I don't like vinegary sauces like that, so this is more for my husband. I made the same wrap for myself, just left off the buffalo sauce. Here are the ingredients that I'm going to use. First up, you'll need some kind of wrap. I'm using these spinach wraps, and if you are trying to watch like your carbs or you don't have any tortillas or anything on hand, you could just do a salad with this. I've got some lettuce, shredded cheddar cheese. You could use whatever cheese you prefer. I have some of this Buffalo Wild Wing buffalo sauce I'm going to use. And then my husband loves this Marzetti blue cheese dressing, so I'm going to add a little bit of that. You could use ranch. And for the chicken, this is a great way to use up leftover chicken that you've cooked, like maybe for dinner. This is a great use for rotisserie chicken, or I'm just going to use some of these Tyson chicken strips and cook them in the air fryer. I cooked those chicken strips at 400 degrees for about 8 or 9 minutes, gave them a flip, and cooked them for another 8 or 9 minutes or so. Once they were done, I'm going to add those to a bowl and then add on some of that buffalo sauce. Now, if you're like me and you don't like buffalo sauce, or if you don't have it on hand, or maybe you're making this for a kiddo or somebody who's sensitive to spice, you could use barbecue sauce. I think that would be really yummy in this. So once I've given those a toss, I'm going to set that to the side and then take one of my wraps and pop it into the microwave for just about 15 or 20 seconds to warm it up a little bit. Next, I have some of this romaine lettuce on hand, so I'm going to lay down a bed of that, and then some shredded cheese. Now, you can, of course, add more veggies to this if you like. Tomatoes, I think, would be good. Maybe some bell pepper or cucumber, whatever you've got. Then I'm going to lay down some of those buffalo chicken tenders and then drizzle some of that blue cheese dressing over top of it, and then that's it. I'm just going to roll that up and then slice it in half, and it'll be ready to serve up for lunch. Now, to go along with the wrap, you could do chips, you could do veggies and hummus, you could do some fruit or a salad. I have this loaded baked potato soup that I bought from Sam's Club, and I really need to use it up. So I placed it into a little saucepan, added just a tiny little bit of milk. It was a little thick for my particular liking, and I just brought it up over about medium-low heat until it was warm. I did add in a little bit of shredded cheese, and then to garnish it, I added a little more cheese, some bacon crumbles that I had on hand, and some chopped green onions. And this was lunch. My husband loved that wrap, and we both enjoyed that soup. I would buy that again. I've mentioned before on my channel, it's just been a while. My husband works full-time from home. I work part-time from home, and then the other time, I guess what you would call a homemaker. I wouldn't say a stay-at-home mom because I'm a dog mom, not a human mom. But anyway, so a lot of times for lunch, I will just throw something together based on what we've got on hand, what I need to use up, or leftovers. And this is a perfect example of this. So I had some Alouette cheese. If you're not familiar with that, they sell it in the deli, and it is a flavored cheese, kind of like Boursin, but it's really, really yummy. I had some of that left over that I needed to use up, and I had some cucumber, and I thought, hey, I'll make some quick and easy cucumber sandwiches. So here's what I'm going to use. Typically with cucumber sandwiches, you normally use white bread, but really you could use any bread. I have some of this Texas toast, but it is pretty thick, so I sliced the bread in half, and then I am going to assemble the sandwich. So first up, I've cut the crust off the bread. Then I'm going to add on a layer of the Alouette. Next, I'm going to add some of the thinly sliced cucumber, and I did season the cucumbers with some salt and pepper. And then that's it. I just cut the sandwiches into triangles. I served it with some fresh veggies, and this sandwich was delicious. That Alouette, the garlic and herbs with the cucumber, just so good. Now, if you don't have the Alouette or you can't find it, you could use any kind of flavored cream cheese, especially like a vegetable cream cheese, chive and onion. You could make your own flavored cream cheese. You can also use the little Laughing Cow wedges. I've done that before, especially the flavored garlic and herb one. So yummy. And I think hummus would be yummy as well. But that was our lunch today. Next, I tried a new recipe for a honey barbecue chicken wrap. I'll have the recipe linked in the description box below. First up, we're going to doctor up some barbecue sauce. So here are the ingredients we're going to use to do that. We've got barbecue sauce, of course. Use your favorite brand or kind, or you could also use homemade, of course. We're going to need a little bit of ketchup, some honey, and then sriracha is optional. You don't have to add this if you're kind of sensitive to spice. To a small saucepan, I'm going to add in the barbecue sauce. Now, as I was doing this, I noticed I didn't have enough in that bottle, but before I opened a new bottle, I had some of the honey chipotle Sweet Baby Ray's in my fridge that needed to be used up first. So I ended up doing about half of the regular Sweet Baby Ray's and half of the honey chipotle. And because I used the honey chipotle, I didn't end up adding any sriracha. I felt like it had enough of a kick for me. Next, I'm going to add in the honey, and then the ketchup, and then that's pretty much it. Now, if you're someone who doesn't particularly care for a sweeter barbecue sauce, I wouldn't necessarily recommend using Sweet Baby Ray's. I mean, sweet is in the title. So just use a barbecue sauce that you do like, and then give it a taste. And if you feel like it's a little too sweet, you can always add some vinegar. So once I've got everything added in there and stirred, I'm going to cook this over about medium heat for just maybe 4 or 5 minutes. You just want to give it a chance for everything to warm up and to come together. And this is what it looked like after 5 minutes. Now you could do this the night before, the day before, or if you just didn't want to fool with the stove, honestly, you could probably just pop it in the microwave for a few seconds to warm it up. All right, so once that's done, I'm going to set that to the side while I assemble the wraps. Here's what I'm going to use. Feel free to swap out whatever you've got on hand or maybe don't prefer. I'm using these same spinach wraps. For the cheese, I have the Velveeta shredded cheese on hand that I need to use up. I've got some shredded coleslaw mix. And then for the chicken, I'm using these Tyson Anytizers popcorn chicken. I'm going to cook those in the air fryer. You could use the frozen chicken strips like I used earlier. You could do like already cooked diced chicken. You could also even just do chicken nuggets if that's what you got on hand. For the popcorn chicken, I cooked it at 400 degrees in my air fryer for about 7 or 8 minutes, gave it a little shake, and cooked it for another maybe 5 to 6 minutes until it was golden brown. You could cook these in the microwave if you wanted to. You could cook them in the oven, whatever you prefer. Now, just like with the buffalo chicken wraps, I took one of these spinach wraps, popped it in the microwave for about 15 or 20 seconds until it was just starting to get warm. I'm going to lay down a bed of that coleslaw. Now, if you don't have the coleslaw on hand, or maybe if you don't like cabbage, you could just use lettuce. I'm sure that would be delicious. I'm going to add some of the shredded cheese, and then I took the chicken, once it was out of the air fryer, put it in this little bowl and tossed it with some of the honey barbecue sauce. I'm going to add some of those pieces of sauce-coated chicken to the wrap, and then just wrap it up tightly and slice it in half, and then that's it. Lunch will be ready. Go along with this, on this particular day, I'd been at Publix, and they had these Fresh Express chopped kits, buy one, get one free, so I grabbed the sweet kale. I added that to my salad bowl. Isn't the salad bowl so pretty? My mom and dad got this for me. Was it my birthday or Christmas? My birthday and Christmas presents run together because they're like a week apart. And then I had some of this poppy seed dressing that I kept out just in case we want to add a little more salad dressing to the salad. Here are the plates. So we've got the wraps and the salad, and we've had that salad kit before, the sweet kale. I really enjoy that. It's delicious. And those wraps were yummy. I'll definitely make this again. When I made my husband's wrap, I drizzled a little extra barbecue sauce over top of the chicken before I wrapped it up, and that was really yummy. I wish I would have added a little more to mine. And we did end up having extra barbecue sauce as well, so I just popped it in the refrigerator to use for later. And this was our lunch this day. The last idea I've got for you is a Copycat O'Charley's Southern Chicken Salad. Now, I love O'Charley's chicken tenders and their honey mustard, and their rolls are so good. But there's not really an O'Charley's that's close to us, so I love making this myself at home. Maybe not as good as the real thing, but it's pretty darn close. It's delicious, and it's super easy. So let me show you how I put this together. Now, I try to do this as close to O'Charley's Southern Chicken Salad as I can. They normally serve it with fried chicken tenders. You can make homemade chicken tenders, of course. You could use up leftover chicken tenders. If you prefer grilled chicken, use that. Now, I just noticed, though, as I was editing this, that 3 out of the 4 lunches today, I use either the chicken strips or popcorn chicken. Now, although we don't eat it 3 or 4 times a week, we do use frozen chicken in some way pretty often. I feel like it's a really quick and easy way to add protein. The chicken strips, the popcorn chicken, or like the frozen Tyson pre-cooked diced chicken or grilled chicken strips, you can add them to salads, to wraps. We like to toss them in like buffalo sauce or barbecue sauce to do boneless wings. You just do so many different things with them. And so like I said, it's a great way to get in protein that's quick and easy. And I just watch sales and buy them when they're on sale and put them in my freezer. So in addition to the chicken strips, I'm going to use some lettuce. We've got some shredded cheese. For the crumbled bacon, I have these crumbled bacon pieces. I get a big bag at Sam's Club, so I'm going to use that. You could, of course, cook up fresh bacon. You could use turkey bacon. We've got some cherry tomatoes, hard-boiled eggs. Now, to keep it easy this day, because I was doing it for lunch after I ran errands, I just grabbed some of the already hard-boiled and peeled eggs, but you can, of course, boil up your own. And then for the dressing, they do sell the O'Charley's honey mustard in grocery stores. Now, it can be a little can be a little tricky to find, but I normally find them in the grocery store in this, like near the salad aisle where they have some refrigerated dressings. If you can't find it though, I have a really easy and delicious honey mustard recipe I've shared many times before on my channel. I'll link it down below. It's basically mayonnaise, mustard, and honey. That's it. So, and if you don't feel like making it or using the O'Charley's, just use whatever brand you like. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. All right, let me show you how to throw this together real quick. Once again, I'm going to cook the chicken in the air fryer. I just feel like it's so quick and easy, little cleanup, and I don't have to worry about heating up, the whole house or preheating the oven. I just pop it in the air fryer for a few minutes. Again, cooked it at 400 degrees for about 7 or 8 minutes, gave the chicken a flip, cooked it another 7 or 8 minutes until it was golden brown. To assemble the salad, I laid down some of the lettuce, added the hard-boiled eggs that I chopped up, added the grape tomatoes, I quartered those, some of the shredded cheese, the bacon crumbles, and the chopped up chicken tenders. And then I drizzled over some of the honey mustard dressing, gave it a toss right before I ate, and that was lunch this day. This is delicious. This is probably one of my favorite lunches. I make it pretty often. It's just so easy to put together, and I usually have all the ingredients on hand. So that's it for today's video. I hope that you liked this video. Hope you got some lunch ideas from it. If you did, hit the thumbs up button below and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.